What's up? What's up? It's your man, Jimmy Chan. All right. So again, a system of nonlinear equations. So that's what we're going to have to do here. And over here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use substitution. And I see that this coefficient right here is a 1. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for x. Okay. So why am I using substitution rather than, why am I not deciding to use elimination? Well, I'm not using elimination because none of the variables really match up, so it's really hard to do that. And then substitution-wise, when I decide, unless I can see two things that matches each other, I would do it. But other than that, since nothing really matches, I figure I look at the coefficient and figure out which one is which. So I'm going to get the x by itself here. I'm going to move the 2y over to the right, so x is now equal to 2y plus 3. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and plug that into this equation here. Okay. So everywhere that there is an x, I'm going to replace it with 2y plus 3. So this is going to be x squared plus x times y equals 20. So I'm going to replace it with 2y plus 3. All right, with that being said, that means I got to make sure that I FOIL on the first one, which means I'm going to get a 4y squared plus 6y plus 6y plus 9. Let's do this. Let me do... All right, let's do this. Let's change that to blue so that you guys can see the difference between the foiling and the distributing. So now this one here, I have to distribute the y. So I'm going to get 2y squared plus 3y, and that's going to equal to 20. Combine like terms, I'm going to have 6y squared hold on. That shouldn't be a plus. Those shouldn't be pluses because this is minus xy. So it's going to be a negative y that gets distributed. So this is not going to be a 6. This is going to be a 2y squared. And then 12y minus 3y. I'm going to have plus 9y. And then I'm going to bring the 20 over. So that's going to be minus 11 is going to equal to 0. So I got to factor this. You can use the AC method. So I'm going to have 2y and a y. And I'm going to have 11 and 1. So let's see here. Positive and negative. So that is what I'm going to get right there. All right. So with that being said, when I set each factor equal to 0, I'm going to have y is equal to negative 11 halves. And y is equal to 1. All right. So I need to go ahead and plug these two into both equations. So let me go ahead and move this sideways a little bit. Whoa, can't do that. Don't want you using a microscope just to see the work being done here. All right, so go ahead and grab these two problems here. Let's just put it down here and here. And let's erase this part. And then let's go ahead and make this one green. And this one purple. I know this is kind of scary to plug this in there, right? So that's going to be in for y. So I'm going to have x minus 2 times equals 3, x squared minus x times equals 20. All right, so the first one I gotta multiply by negative 11 halves. Let's do the hard thing first, right? All right, so this is gonna be kind of a pain. Oh boy, didn't realize how much of a pain it's gonna be, right? So over here on the left, I have x plus 11 is gonna equal to 3. So x is gonna give me a negative 8, all right? Now over on this side, it looks a little bit tougher because it looks like I'm gonna have to factor, right? Because what I really have is x squared plus 11 halves x minus 20 is equal to 0. Yikes. So essentially, if I get the sisters out and get the, to try to get rid of the fractions, I'm going to actually have a 2x squared plus 11x minus 40 is equal to 0. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and factor that right now so that you can see what that factors out to be. That is going to factor out to be 2x and x. Let me see here. 5 times 8. That will work. This is 8. This is 5. 2x times 8 is 16. That's going to be positive, and 5x is going to be negative, and that should work. So I'm going to have x equals 5 halves and x equals negative 8. So if you notice that the negative 8 does agree, but this does not, right? So I see this part right here, and I see this part right here. So with my y value being negative 11 halves, I'm going to have negative 8 comma negative 11 halves. And then over here with the 1, right, I'm going to have x minus 2 equals 3, so x is going to equal to 5. Good catch, right? And then over here, I'm going to also get, again, x squared minus x minus 20 is equal to 0. That I can factor as well as x minus 5 and x plus 4. So I'm going to get x equals 5 and x equals negative 4. So again, I only get this to agree with this. So with my purple 1, I'm going to have 5 comma 1. So those are only points that agree. So my answer is going to be negative 8 comma negative 11 halves and 5 comma 1, which is going to be choice C. And there you go. Well, I hope that makes sense. If there's any questions, let me know. Talk to you later. See ya.